Hi guys, welcome back to Saving Salvage, and a bit of an unplanned video today. I got a call about a couple of weeks ago, a friend of my dad's, he was sending his Golf to the scrapyard and asked me if I wanted it, and I said, well, my channel is Saving Salvage. It is literally the definition of saving a car from going to the scrapyard. So I said yes, I'll have it. It's a Volkswagen Mk4 Golf. The only downside is I had to match his scrap price quote, which was the 250 quid. So it's probably a little bit more than it's actually worth. However, 250 quid, I have the car, I have saved it from the scrapyard, I have it in my possession, I've had it for probably a week or two now, and today is the first video on it. Don't get me wrong, it is a very boring car. It is a Mark IV Volkswagen Golf 1.6 S. A little bit of spec, not 100% sure on these cars, but the point is I saved it from the scrapyard, and in today's video guys we are going to see if it is actually worth saving or indeed just sending it back off to the scrapyard. Now, because it's a boring car, the preceding images are probably going to be quite boring as well, so I've tried to make it as interesting as possible, and I've really cringily done a little trailer. So please welcome my new to me Volkswagen Golf 1.6 petrol. See, I told you it was a very cringy trailer. You can tell I've just got new editing software, and I just saw the trailer option, so I thought, what the hell? And I thought it was quite funny, so there we go. Anyway, on to the Golf. So as I said, it's a Golf Mark IV 1.6 petrol, no horsepower whatsoever, probably got 100 if I'm lucky, 5-speed manual, S with a sunroof, cloth interior which literally look like armchairs, and yeah, hubcaps, steel wheels. Now the reason this was going to the scrapyard is because it failed MOT, so we'll have a look at why it failed MOT in a moment. Now guys, before I go any further, I just want to give a massive thanks to today's sponsor of the video, which is YFood. Now, YFood is a meal replacement drink. It is not to be confused with a diet drink. You can use it to replace any meal throughout the day, whether it be breakfast, lunch or dinner. They're great. They come in either bottles, you can get brownies, you can get powdered form where you just mix it with water. Now these bottles, for example, they contain around 500 calories in, so they do replace a full meal, and they can keep you full for between 3 and 5 hours. Now they're really good because you don't have to keep them in the fridge, you can store them at room temperature. Their sell by date on this one, look, is a good 4 to 5 months, so that's fine. They're perfect for people that are always on the go. I mean, I really do actually love using these because I'm constantly on the move. I don't have time to sit down and eat something. I can't be bothered to go to the shop and buy something. I can't be bothered to make myself a sandwich in the morning. So I do just take one of these with me and just drink it during the day. And yeah, they contain 26 different vitamins and minerals. They are gluten-free, they are lacto-free, and they come in a range of different flavors, guys. Now, one of the new ones out at the moment is lemon cheesecake, and believe me, if you like lemon cheesecake, you will love this. It is very lemony. So if you haven't used YFood before, guys, then I recommend the starter pack. So if you just click the link in my description, takes you over to the website, put the starter pack in your basket, use my discount code, which is salvage10, for an extra 10% off checkout, guys. So as always, thank you very much to YFood for continuing to support the channel and sponsoring today's video. So we'll start things off by just going around the exterior of the car just to see if there's any exterior damage, but it actually, I have just been around it, actually looks fairly clean. It's got some dodgy headlight protectors on which look disgusting, so they can come off. I think this one is broken anyway. Yeah, this is broken, so that they can come off, and that will clean the front of the headlights up quite a lot. It seems like there's a bit of damage here on the front bumper. You can see it's been pushed in at the bottom and there's a very slight crack. Now, because of the age and the value of the car, it's not worth repairing. I might see if I can just pull it out a little, just make it look a little bit less obvious, but it's just under the bumper, you can't really see it. It's not worth worrying about. But other than that, the car bodywork is actually in reasonable condition. There's no, I mean, there's going to be a few car park dinks, you're going to have that, but otherwise there is no damage. It's actually looking in pretty good condition. I don't think there's even any rust on the wheel arches or anything, which for a 20-year-old Mark IV Golf is amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, they might have been done, might have been replaced, but a few dinks in the bonnet. Overall, yeah, no, there's no rust at all. Overall, yeah, very good condition exterior wise. Really nice colour as well, actually. Really like that blue. So I'm just going to get my phone up now and get the actual reasons it failed MOT. So we can see here it went for MOT on the 23rd of September, and that is when it's failed. The car has only done 88,000 miles as well, so it's relatively low mileage for its age. And we can see here the failures. So we've got offside front suspension arm excessively worn, offside rear brake pipe excessively corroded, near side front windscreen wiper not working, offside front windscreen wiper not working, and then there's some advisories for corroded stuff mostly. So they're absolutely fine, and these 4 failures here is what I decided, or is what I based my decision to buy the car on. So anything other than that, yeah, I didn't know about and will cost obviously more money. So if we go over to the car now, we can obviously straight away see that the windscreen wipers are up. So ignition on, yeah, they don't work at all, so we'll have to look at that. One thing that does concern me is, well, one thing I've just noticed actually, there's a massive crack in the windscreen. I don't know if you can see it there, look. So the MOT tester missed that, which is concerning, because if he's missed that really obvious crack, what else has he missed? But annoyingly, that crack there has just added £100 onto the repair bill, because we'll need a new windscreen for MOT. It's obviously been sat for a while because it's just got horrible manky stuff everywhere, look. But if you look inside here, see that green mould, horrible A-pillar trim, and obviously you can see it stems from roughly there, so you can see where it's all wet and horrible. So we have got a leak of some description. Whether it's actually leaking in the windscreen, that would be the ideal case scenario, because we've got to now replace the windscreen anyway. So if it is that, then that will solve that problem. I mean, you can tell where it's run down here, it's just rank. But the other problem it could be is the sunroof. So we've got drain bungs for the sunroof, and if they get blocked, it can send water into the interior of the car. So whatever we've got to do, really, we have to pull the headlining down, pull the A-pillar trim down, and just have a look at where exactly the water's coming from. But if we do decide to fix it, it shouldn't be too bad a job. So I'm going to jump on the inside now and have a look on the inside. I think all the other doors open. It has had MOT, it only failed on those things, so we should assume that everything else is working okay. Back armchair, sofa look pretty comfy and pretty clean, so we'll just jump in. So as I said, this car has done 88,000 miles, very low mileage for the age. It has only had one lady owner for the last 17 or 18 years. I believe they bought it from a Volkswagen dealership when it was about 2 years old. So yeah, it's had one careful lady owner, and you can see how rank that is now. Look how disgusting that is. So yeah, we'll have to look at that. Armrest obviously broken, you can see here. But the good thing about fixing old cars, or really old cars, is there's pretty much a fix for every common problem, and I believe there is a fix to repair the armrest lid. It's fairly simple. Now, just looking around the rest of the inside, I have, because obviously one lady only for the last 17 odd years, I have a stack of invoices, spare key as well, V5. Everything else works, I believe. Even the glove box, yep, that works. Oh, there's even a touch-up stick in there, and the engine runs fine. That is the only problem, common problem with the Golf. The starter motor sticks and doesn't retract quick enough, so therefore it just gets caught up in a flywheel and just makes a horrible noise. You can replace them if you want. Most people don't bother, but to rectify it would be a starter motor. We've even got a sunroof, look, and it works. I have just tested it. So yeah, Mk4 Golfs, really good cars, probably the best known for their build quality and the last kind of Golf before everything started going hard plastic and cheap feeling and horrible. The Mk4 Golfs are well known for that just superior build quality. Everything just feels sturdy, and you can tell just by sitting in it, everything just feels just rock solid, which is what the Mk4 Golfs are known for. So that is pretty much the interior, the exterior, what I found. So it's only really the windscreen that I found additional at the moment, and obviously that drain bung, but that shouldn't be a cost fix, hopefully. So yeah, not too bad. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get it in the workshop, get it on the ramp, make sure, confirm the faults for the MOT failure, and hopefully we'll find nothing else. So join me in the workshop. So I'm going to have a quick look around the car just to make sure if it is worth repairing or not, because obviously if it needs 4 tyres and the list just gets more and more expensive, becomes less and less worth it. So I'm just going to have a quick look around, and looking at it, I think it's actually got 4 pretty much brand new tyres on. Contis as well, so that's good. So that's pretty much brand new on the front. Another Conti, pretty much brand new again. Although springs don't look too bad. On the rear, look at that, Conti's all round brand new. That is the sign of a well-maintained vehicle, that. Yep, cool. So pretty much 4 brand new Contis on wheel-wise, so that's good. These drums are discs on the rear. If I can see, you won't be able to see on the camera, I don't think, but they're pretty much brand new. Discs look okay. It didn't fail a brake test, so I'm hoping then we're fine on brakes. They don't look, I mean, they look quite lipped, but they don't look horrendous. There's the pads. Pads look fairly low. There's probably about, still about 6 or 7 mil on the old pads, so they're not horrendous, but the discs are a bit lipped, but nothing major for a 250 quid car. And as I say, they must have passed MOT anyway, so. And yeah, there's more on this side. There's probably about 8 or 9 mil on this side. So brakes, although fronts may need attention if you're going to do sort of another 10,000 miles, 10,000 miles, they are, for the moment, okay. So now just looking underneath, yeah, the back of the disc, sorry, they look better than the other side, so that's good. Although there's actually a disc, obviously a disc cover missing that side. But if you can see the top, yeah, discs look okay. I mean, 20 years old, everything just looks pretty rusty, as you'd expect. CV boots okay. It's had a nice brand new downpipe though. That looks nice and shiny and new. Questionable welding, but it must have passed, so that's good. Oh, that doesn't even look that rusty, to be fair. I mean, it doesn't look horrendous. It's rusty, but it's not horrendous. CV boots good. This side. No leaks from struts, no oil leaks, not really any gearbox leaks, bit of misting there, but that could be years old. Yeah, it looks pretty alright, to be fair. We've had a new cat as well. That must have cost a few quid. So, looking alright, down the middle. And then you've got your rear silencer. Rear beams, yeah, it's really rusty, but nothing more than you'd expect from a 20-year-old car, and it's not actually horrendously rusty. It's just, yeah, what you'd expect. No leaking shocks, coil springs aren't damaged, new back box at some point. I wouldn't say it's that new, but it doesn't look damaged. It's an original part as well. And yeah, again, spring's not damaged. All looking okay, to be fair. No, I'm quite happy with the underside of the car. So it doesn't look to me anything that needs doing other than the MOT failures, which we'll just have a double check on now. Right, so one of the failures is, thank you. We've got dripped on. There might be a leak there, look. Might be a blocked drain bung. Got a leak. That could be, spare wheel could be full of water then. In fact, I'm almost tempted to pull that out. Anyway, yeah, so one of the failures, this brake pipe here, look, it's really bubbled, which is why it's failed. It doesn't look too bad, just runs into the offside rear wheel and it just loops over the axle and into that joint there. So no doubt that will be a corroded joint, so that may be difficult, but again, it wouldn't be too expensive parts-wise to do that. And the other thing was near side suspension, I believe. Let me just double check. No, it's offside front suspension arm. Oh, yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's that. You can see the rubber bush is pushed at the top and the suspension arm is sitting on the subframe there. So that is what that will be. Probably just going to end up being a new arm, which is like 60 or 70 quid. And then that freshens that up at least. So that isn't too bad. So they're fairly easy fixes. Might be a little bit more difficult because they're just corroded and be hard to get to, but on the face of it, not too bad. So guys, what do you think? Is it worth trying to save this car? Now, just to go through what we've got to do. So we've got that offside rear brake pipe, offside front lower wishbone needs replacing. We have a windscreen that needs replacing. We have wipers that need attention, possibly just going to be a windscreen wiper motor. Wait for the noisy car to go past. Now, those are the things that should get it through an MOT. But one of the other things we want to look at is that water leaking. Now, fingers crossed, it's the windscreen that's leaking, and that obviously fitting a new windscreen would fix that. But there could be a sunroof drain that's blocked and that's leaking inside the car. So we would need to take off the A-pillars and possibly drop the headlining a little bit to have a look at that. But that's only something I'm going to do if we decide that this car is worth saving. Now, do let me know in the comments, and also, do you want to see more videos like this where I kind of save a couple of £100 car, it's MOT failure, probably going to go to the scrapyard, and I buy it, fix it, and get it at least another year's MOT on the road. Now, let me know if you do want to see videos like this in the future, and also let me know if we should fix the Mk4 Golf. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.